This video is on how to do multi-step conversions from one unit to another. You should have already watched the one-step conversions because these are ones in this video where you're going to have to use more than one conversion factor. For example, you may not know the direct conversion factor or equality for your starting unit and your ending unit, so you might have to go to something or some things in between those two. So here we'll do a couple examples. We're going to convert, we're going to use the factor label method, and we are going to use correct sig digs. If you do not know what these are yet, you will, so just pay attention. So starting off with this one, I've got 25 centimeters and I want to convert that to yards. So in order to do this, I need to know those equalities. So these would be things I would look up or someone might give me or have written down in a table for me. So what I'm going to give you now for this is I'm going to tell you that in 1 inch, there are 2.54 centimeters. And then, I don't know why that's doing that. And then I'm also going to tell you that in, there are 12 inches in 1 foot, which you probably already know. And that there are 3 feet in 1 yard. So there may be a different way to go about this. For example, I could just go from inches to yards if you know how many inches are in a yard, but a lot of people don't, or you don't want to figure it out. So we're going to do all 3 of these. So we're going to have 3 different conversion factors for this one. So I would start by writing my given. So I've got 25 centimeters and I set up my fraction. And if you remember, if you want to write this over 1 to remind yourself it's in the numerator, go right ahead. All right, so I do units first. So that's where I'm going to use this. I'm going to go from centimeters to inches. And then I can go from inches to feet. And then I can go from feet to yards. So the first one is this inches to centimeters. So centimeters, I want them to cancel. So they have to be on the top. So if I already have them in the numerator, I got to put them in the denominator. And my equality shows centimeters linked to inches, so that's what I can put on the other side. And now I can put the numbers in. 1 for inch, 2.54 for centimeters. Now what's really helpful here, and I will do it in a different color, is for you to cross out the units that have divided out, because you want to know that you don't need to worry about them anymore. So I no longer care about centimeters. They are gone, but now I have inches. So I'm going to keep going. That's not my final unit that I want. So next one, I want these inches to go away. And I do know that inches to feet have a relationship. So I can put feet on top. And now I can put my numbers in. 12 for inches, 1 for feet or foot. And again, I want to cross out units here. So the units I'm going to cross out in this case are inches, top and bottom. So I'm not done yet because I still have feet and I want yards. So I'm going to keep going. All right, so I want feet to cancel, so bottom. And I want to convert to yards because I know this relationship. So yards on top, and in 1 yard there are 3 feet from my conversion factor, my equality. So now I cancel out feet because they're going to divide out. And if I look at all of my units through my whole problem, the only one that's left is yards. And that's what I'm trying to find. That's my question mark. So what that means is I am ready to write my equal sign and grab my calculator. So in this case, all of the numbers that aren't ones are in the denominator, which means I'm dividing by them. So the short way to type this in your calculator is 25 divided by 2.54 divided by 12 divided by 3 and hit equals. I could do times 1 in there if I wanted to, but that's just more typing, and times 1 or divided by 1 isn't going to change anything in your answer. So when I type this in, if I do 25 divided by 2.54, and it would be helpful for you to do this as well, just to see what it looks like. I get a big long number, 0.273403332, and so on. So if you know about sig digs, I know that in this case I have 3 sig digs. So my answer will have 3 as well. So I'm going to put, or sorry, 2 sig digs. Come on. All right, so I'm going to write 0.27, and my unit, remember all of these need units as well, yards in this case. All right, so I'll do one more problem, one more example. If you want to try this on your own first, you can, but you will need to know A couple equalities. So one is that there are 53.6 kilograms, or sorry, grams, not kilograms, in a pound. And that there are 1,000 grams in a kilogram. And I got this metric one because, oops, hold on. King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk because my gram is this base unit right here, and my kilogram is right here, and I count 1, 2, 3 over. So that means I have 3 zeros or 10 to the third power. All right, so if you want to try this now on your own, you can, and then watch it to see if you're right. Otherwise, follow along. So 5.07 pounds. Now I want to get rid of pounds, so denominator in this case. And if I look up at what I know, I can do a relationship with pounds to grams. So I'm going to convert to grams. And for pounds, I put a 1. And for grams, I put 453.6. Okay, so now remember, at this point, you want to cancel out or cross out the things that cancel. So then I can do another conversion factor because I'm not to kilograms yet, and I can divide out grams and convert to kilograms. So I figured out that I have 1 kilogram. I will have 1,000 grams. So my grams now divide out, and because everything is canceled except my unknown unit, I'm ready for my calculator. Now in this case, I've got a number on the top and bottom. Remember when I'm talking about numbers, I'm not referring to ones. So in this case, I'm going to type in 5.07 times 453.6 and then divided by 1,000. Now I don't have to do the times or divided by ones because that won't change anything. So when I type this in, let's see, I'm going to get 4.07 times 453.6 divided by 1,000 is going to give me 2.299752. So 2.299752. Now sig digs, this has 3. So to round this to 3 sig digs is going to be 2.30, and my unit is kilograms. So that is how you do a multi-step conversion.